The truth behind Simão Toko extradition from Angola to Azores in Portugal. I believe many of you know or read this information. We are on August, and every time we reach August 31st, we like to celebrate this day. But our intention today is to bring you the truth. And are those people that they like to ask the why? I was with Mama Royal in Angola, and we also had such the same conversation. Why Simon Toko had to go through all these things? So we're gonna find out this today. Luvuva Moon!
Yala.
Yala.
The why question is still there. Why Simon Toko was extradited from Angola to Azores? Can somebody quickly just give us a point about it? Why? Does somebody know that? So, family, the answer is very straightforward. He was taken to be killed. The Portuguese government decided to take Simão Toko from Angola, his own country, to take him to Portugal just to eliminate him, to kill him. So, family, in this presentation, in this picture, we see the day that this great man is leaving his own country, going to Portugal, Azores. So, Simão Toko was taken from his country, Angola, together with his wife, that is Maria Rosa Toko, and with his two daughters, Hilda Toko and Esperança Toko. In this presentation here, we don't have his nephew's picture, but he also went with his nephew. His name is Sivi Toko. But something calls my attention here in this picture, family. When he was giving his goodbye, going to Portugal, instead of him being sad because he knew that he was supposed to be killed, instead of him be sad, he was looking happy. Why? A very good question for us also to debate or to talk about later on. So, we see this great, sorry. As I say, the intention that the Portuguese government wanted is to kill Simão Toko. They were looking many ways to get rid of him. So one of the attempts they did was during the aeroplane that was going to Azores. In this aeroplane, the person who gave this order was Salazar. Salazar was a former Portugal dictator. Salazar was against anybody who could raise against him and anybody who could awaken Tatanzambe's people. I'm talking about the Africans back on the time. So Salazar commanded that Toko was supposed to be taken by aeroplane to Azores with the intention to throw him while the aeroplane was moving. Praise Tatanzambe that Toko was able to discover the intention. As we said, even before, while he was still in Angola, going to Portugal, he was smiling. He already knew what was the day plan. So when he was in that airplane, they intended to to throw him in the ocean. As you can see in that picture, family, we have a Catholic priest. He was part of the Portuguese government. Now we are facing two things here, family: political and religious. So why these two power came together to get rid of this man? So Toko, as I said, he discovered their plan, the intention, and he said, if you throw me in the ocean, we all gonna go together. The funny part is here, family. None of them say that to Toko, and Toko was telling them straightforward. If you wanna take me down there, look, the aeroplane and you and I, we all gonna go down. I asked this question to Brother Ray when we were in Texas. He spent a lot of years working for NASA. Something very, which I cannot explain, happened during this attempt. Toko prayed in his heart for Zambia to stop the aeroplane while it was flying, suspended. The engine actually stopped. I am turbine specialist. If the turbine in any of the aeroplane stops, the aeroplane have to go down. But Toko was able to stop those engines out there, and the aeroplane didn't move. It got suspended. Everybody right there, they were like afraid. Which power this man have to stop the aeroplane? I ask you, who is this man who is able to stop an aeroplane? So since they had the Catholic priests out there, as you can see in the presentation, they inquired the Catholic priest to pray. He prayed, he prayed. Zambi didn't hear his prayer. Like they were going to the gods to help them, and the gods was not able to help them. So after Toko realized that they didn't have any more intention to kill him, Toko prayed to Nzambe Ompungu to land, and the aeroplane started moving. Luvuva Moon!
Yala.
Allah.
That was the first attempt, and they failed. Because of that, Salazar decided to take Toko straight to Azores in that island. Let's go and dig and understand what happened actually in that island. When he got in that island, family, there was a time Toko he was a little bit sick. He was felt unwell. So they noticed that Toko had a pimple in his chest. Family, write it down. Put it in your mind. A pimple in his chest. So since they had already an intention to kill him since the day one, they found an opportunity. Wow, let's use this pimple for us to go in another level. Which level is that? Remove his heart. So as you can see in this picture, fam, we have a lot of people present in that surgery. And I ask you, back on the time in 1973, black people were valued. Who who were paying attention to black people? No one. But why there are a lot of Caucasians, doctors, and scientists in the same room? Because they all had a common goal to destroy and kill Simon Toko. So this surgery took place on at the end of 1973. So whatever something unexpected occurred during that surgery, they were able to remove his heart, family, because of a pimple. You're gonna remove someone's heart, a pimple. My goodness. Is that possible, family? So when they took it out, something, as I said, unexpected occurred, happened. Toko demonstrated that he was no a ordinary man. Defying all non-universal laws, he spoke without a heart. Luvuvamun!
Ah,
Yala.
yala.
Toko spoke without his heart. I just want to stop here very quickly. I want to show you something. Let me just stop this part of them that I'm sharing to go. But we have Pangi Benika there. Pangi. Uh, but let me just, I went to Google and I searched something that I would like to, for you all also to see. Uh, if Sister Vanessa there just to help me read this part, like starting from the question here. Family, I'm going to Google. We have to bring proofs. This is not Benika Elda Motavi to Samba, is the Google. It says the following. Can a man speak without a heart when he's removed during a surgery? Sister Vanessa, can you give me the
Yes.
answer?
The AI overview is no. A person cannot speak if their heart has been stopped for surgery because their brain, along with the rest of their body, requires oxygenated blood from the heart to function and from the heart to function and survive. During procedure that requires a still heart, such as open heart surgery, the patient is also under general anesthesia, which prevents consciousness and the ability to speak or move.
Luvuvamu.
Yala.
Now, family, who is this man that goes against all universe law? This is not me who put that information out there. It's not us. When a person goes to a heart surgery, he cannot breathe, talk. Now, family, I'm picturing Simon Toko in that bed. He had no anesthesia in him. He was feeling all that pain, but he still was able to speak. And then, family, we were saying that according to science, uh, what happened on 1973 is not possible. But this man, once again, he defeated all the universe's law. And then he said, where are you taking my heart? Since in that room, there were a lot of scientists and doctors who studied it deeply. They got afraid. They were shaking. Oh my goodness, who is this man who can speak even without his heart? They now were questioning themselves. Who is this man who can speak without his heart in his place? Toko continued. Toko now was like giving orders to them, commanding, put my heart back. Why? Because it is with this heart that I will judge the world. A prophecy. Hmm? It is with this heart that I will judge the world, family. After this, Toko announced it via a letter that he wrote from Portugal that would be no more attempts to kill him. The 11 years he spent in Portugal were the time of political and spiritual fights he had against Portugal and other nations. So, but Toko was able to prevail. Toko was able to defeat them, family. Louvor Moon.
Yala.
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 I just want
Yala.
to bring it again. It happened in 1973. 1 year later, Toko was leaving Azores. But when Toko arrived in Portugal, Salazar said something to him on 1963. You are coming here, you're gonna die here. You're never gonna go back to your land. In that the same day, Toko said to him, I will go back to my land. I will die in my land. My people will bury me in my hometown. 11 years after, or 10 years now, in 73, Toko was defeating all of them. In 1974, Toko was leaving Portugal. Because of that family, Toko was able to bring political liberation for Angola and other Portuguese colonies in Africa. Angola got its independence on 11/11/1975. And I was wondering and questioning myself, he spent 11 years in Portugal. On 11, Angola gets its independence. When he arrives in Angola in 1974, the first sign he does after he gets out from the ship is this one. I never understood that until yesterday, family, that he was already prophesying. I'm arriving here on the 31st August 1974. I'm putting this sign of victory 11/11/11. I'm saying that my country will be free on 11/11 because I spent 11 years. I bring victory. Luvuva moon.
Yala.
Yala.
Ah,
Yala.
Are we together, family? So, due to blood transfusions, we all know that when somebody goes for a surgery like that one that we saw just because of a pimple, no condition at all, he lost a lot of blood. So Toko lost a lot of amount of blood, family. So because of that, 6 people from Azores, they protested and they decided to donate blood to Simon Toko. Simon Toko didn't ask them, they just donated. And why, family? Toko later explained the spiritual significance of this surgery event when he returned in Angola on August 31st, 1974. He stated that through him, Nzambe intended to prove that the world that he was not a merely a normal man. First thing. Second, that nobody could take his life. Um, John, please let's just read very quickly. Book of John, chapter 10, verse 18 says the following. I'm gonna read it very quickly for you all. Says the following. No one takes my life away from me. I give it up on my own free will. I have the right to give it up, and I will have the right to take it back. This is what my Father has commanded me to do. Please just answer me in this presentation. Who is speaking here?
Isaiah Kuswa through Simon
Right.
Isaiah.
Toko.
Isaiah. Family. Isaiah is speaking here. And if you go through all the Bible, no one say that. Only Isaiah. Family, just bear with me, please. Isaiah said to his disciple, my sheep will know my voice. And Toko here is saying, family, no one can take my life. Wasn't that the same speech? And ask you, who is this man? Who is this man? Who is this man, family? And we have another picture here in our presentation as well that we see him smiling. This is not a Photoshop, family. It's a real picture, photo, taken with camera. Back on the days was a black-white camera, but still, the photo is still there. Evidence is still there. He's in the hospital with a nurse next to him, and the guy is smiling after he got almost killed. Who is this man, family? He is sharing us something very important. In his smile, we see forgiveness. We see him saying to them, you are messing with the wrong person. No one can take my life from me. Um, Genesis, sorry, it is Psalms. Let me just read it very quickly for you. Pray that Zambi gives me the scripture. It wasn't on our presentation, but it's saying for me to read it. Sorry, family. Hope I find it. But when I find I will come back to this. But the scripture that I was looking for is the one that says, I will not die. I will live to proclaim Tata Nzambe's work. It's in Psalm 119, somewhere there. So Toko, the blood transfusion made Toko to overcome everything. But you might ask yourself, what is really the meaning of that blood transfusion? The blood transfusion from the six white people Toko said publicly, as he's showing now to everybody, he's showing where they did a surgery to him publicly, and he stated that it signified the transfer or the returning or the retaining from all the blessings that were stolen from us. We know that blood is very it has a it is through the blood where we get the covenant. So it was necessary from the same blood of those who stole everything from us for Toko to go there and restore it back. That blood transfusion family was he was restoring our blessing, our freedom, our power that we lost since the beginning was giving back to you all. Here, family, it wasn't just fighting for Angola, everyone in diaspora as well. Our freedom, getting everything back. Uh, in Azores as well, family, something very important happened in Azores. As we said already, Toko, when he got the surgery, it was the last attempt to kill him. Salazar was defeated. The Portuguese government, they were defeated. And Toko's time to return back arrived. So when the ship was leaving Portugal to Angola, something amazing happened that Helda Mutav and I were laughing. That is the mysterious return route from Lisbon to Lubito. Family, here's the Angolan map. Um, Luanda is the capital city on number 2, and Lubito is one of the city that is part of Benguela. Sister Misha was already there in that place in Benguela. So they are all they are close to Atlantic Ocean. So family, if you see in this red arrow here, shows that they were supposed to come from the north, going all the way down to reach Angola, the capital city, Luanda. It was no need for them to go to Lubito. So, when they were heading to Africa, Tata Nzambe said to Simon Toko, "Hey, Simon, the ship will go first to the south in Lubito, then in the north in Luanda." Toko, he just obeyed and he shared that information to the ship captain. Guess what the captain said? "Nobody gives me order. We will go straight to Luanda." Toko said, "Okay, I just told you what Manzambe told me to tell you." But as they were moving out of the blue, they just found themselves in Lubito. The phone, the ship stopped in Lubito. Tata Nzambe here, Toko here, Nzambe wanted to prove to this man uh, what Bishop Afonso Nunes said. The material world cannot override the spiritual world. When Zambe says something, you like it or you don't like it, it comes to pass. So Toko was able to go first in Lubito. It was on 29 August 1974. So the captain was very angry and he said, such thing never occurred in my entire career and my crew member. How come the ship would change its direction when I'm the captain? He decided, family, to give all his rank designation. He took out all his rank designation out of his uniform and they gave it to Toko. Take it now, you are the captain. You can lead this ship. But he didn't know that Toko was indeed the captain. As you see on my next picture here, Toko family. This is not a Photoshop again. It happened. Toko is in between, always wearing his white suit. Was looking like a true captain. So when he stepped out of the ship, he put his foot on the ground. He said the famous quote, the famous thing he said, finally, the black man has won. Like, finally. So family, the black man that is speaking about, it wasn't only him, it is you as well. He said, I'm no longer in Europe, I'm in my land. I was able to defeat them all, and Zambia gave us all victory. Luvuvamu!
Yeah.
Allah.
Yeah.
It was Zambia's
Yawa.
will. And then from Lobito, this is a history family. From Lobito, Toko went where Nzambi wanted him to go. Remember, he said first go to Lobito and then go to Luanda. So here Toko is arriving in Luanda. Everyone is waiting for him. Finally, the Portuguese newspaper and everybody brought out the news and everybody went there to receive Simão Toko. The Portuguese newspaper they wrote in the news, the good man has returned in his own land. Look who gave this title to him, the ones who wanted to kill him. Now they are calling him the good man. So the Portuguese were not convinced that they didn't fulfill their plan to kill Simão Toko. So they plot another strategy. Let's kill him when he gets out from the ship, when he's gonna present himself in his followers. We're gonna have a shooter that side, and a sniper, and we will shoot him. Again, nobody hides information from Toko. Toko discovered their plan. And they said, I will not go by car. It is far from me. I was in Texas. People from Texas, they don't like to walk. Just to go to the near KFC around the corner, they drive. And everything is big in Texas. A big truck just to go buy a McDonald's, KFC. But Toko said, I will walk a long distance from the port until to the Congolese neighborhood. Mama Roya and Sister Margaret, they were about to go there, but they didn't next time. I will walk. He said, I will give opportunity to those who like to kill me. I walk. That's why you see him in one of the picture, him putting his hand in his head, um, and people going to hide to hug him. The snipers, they were not finding Toko. Toko walked from the ship, from the port until to the Congolese neighborhood, and nobody killed him. So finally, the black man won. I ask you, fam, who is this man? That the Portuguese, the entire empires, they were not able to stop him. Today's presentation, I believe, is just this, very quick, to celebrate August 31st, Matondo Massacre. Ingat.